paint our filler neck as it's rusty and it's been painted before. I don't know how long ago, but let's get this out and repaint it. You're gonna have 3 Phillips, 1, 2, and then 3. Third one's up there, and then 3 T25 screws, 1 here, 1 on each side, and then 1 on the top. And then should be, yeah, it's loose. So let's get underneath there and unplug these gas lines. As you can see, it's pretty rusty. And filler lines, I got the clamps loosened. This one's got a weird double one going on. And this one I'm fighting with really hard. But I'm gonna get back to you guys once I have the filler neck out. Got the filler neck out. It's almost a 3-tool job. Got a flathead. Just pry in on the side and spray a little bit of lubricant. Dollar General lubricant. And go into a twisting motion while holding the filler neck, and it'll break loose. Got it here on the ground, and here's my concerns right here. It's really rusty. So the inside of the tube looks fine. I don't see any blisters yet, but man, I'll be lucky to get, looks like something's in there. But yeah, I had a Dakota that leaked gas real bad off the filler neck, and glad I'm doing this now before it becomes an issue. Kind of checking out what else is up here. There's our fuel pump. Everything looks fine up there. This truck's got surface rust, but I need to coat it with something. It's pretty straight. I feel like this is the worst part of the bed, but yeah. All right, so we're out from underneath the truck, and got this all stripped down, took off the little adapter piece that makes it fit into that bigger tube. It's actually pretty clean. Got some raw metal, but no real rust, a little bit of grime. Next step's gonna be covering every single hole. I got some latex gloves, I'm gonna do that. Trying to find maybe like a rubber band or some tape to go around it to hold them down, and literally anything that's not, everything around that, it's gonna be hit with some sandpaper. So this is what we're gonna be hitting it with. I'm a Walmart. It's like 36 grit. We used these before, so that's what we'll use. And like I said, I got the latex gloves, and we'll get these ends covered. That way nothing's getting inside the filler neck. But all right, let's get to it. Once we're done sanded, we're gonna reform it, let it dry, prime it, let it dry, and black. So I don't really want to paint this thing red again. I'd rather it be black. Because I don't know, red's kind of silly. But let's get to this, and I'll set this up on a time lapse when I get to the sanding part. That was quite messy. I'm gonna go through with sandpaper now and clean up the rest of this so I can't really reach. Then we'll get to converting, priming, and painting. All right, I'll get back with you guys, and no time lapse again. I'm not trying to bore you guys to death. All right. Okay, first coat of Rust Performer is on. I'm gonna let this dry and hit it one more coat, prime it, and then paint it black. Now we have our first coat of primer. I did a extra coat of Rust Reformer. I'm gonna let this dry and then shoot some black on it, but I don't know if this will be ready to go back in tonight. It is kind of cold. This is gonna take forever to dry, especially being primer. But I'll get back with you guys when I paint it black. Well, I lied to you guys. I ended up going with red after quite a few coats. I just need a little more paint and just be a little more protection, but it doesn't look the greatest, but it's cold and paint's not wanting to dry worth crap at all. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, but I'll get back with you guys once it's time to reinstall it. And there we have it, our finished product. I went with a different clamp. I wish I would have done a different one here. This one's pretty rusty, but it's tight. I'm gonna check it for leaks whenever I go to the gas station. Should be fine, but yeah. This is one of those stupid things you can honestly overlook that will get you if you don't. All it takes is the blister anymore, break, and then every time you fill up gas, it just, you know, leaks out. It's really annoying, but thank God these tanks are plastic. Just gotta watch out for the straps rusting out on these, really. But yeah, failure necks are one of those things you can almost forget that can be a failure point. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna throw in some clips of my horrible fail. I tried so hard to get these fog lamps installed, but to no avail. But I'm gonna get my toggle switch in soon and be able to get them on a switch. That way I'll have them working. But yeah, thanks for watching. Peace. So these hella bulbs do appear to be correct. It's actually a pain to get up in here. I'll show you how. Literally got to lay on the wet ground. Get all up behind the sport bumper. Bam, right there. I'm gonna go ahead and put one in and put my harness in and see if I can get this to work. The only snag I've run into is the harness was different. Sport bumpers have a longer fog lamp harness. Your normal one is shorter, so I'm just gonna take this pigtail, keep the two positives together since there's only one, and get this back up so I have fog lamps. Almost done. I'm just under my truck playing with some my strippers. I'm gonna get this frayed out. That's all freaking corroded, and then get our harness plugged in, and hopefully we have success. I'm hoping that this is correct. Blue with red, and then this blue with black. It just doesn't make any sense because this newer year, it's backwards, but I'm just gonna assume that red is positive and blue for the new harness is negative, because there's no red on the old harness. But let's just try this. In this scene right here, I keep pressing the fog light button next to the OD button. The overdrive button, you press it, a light comes on, indicating it turns it off. Now, when I press my fog lamps button next to it, there's no light coming on. So this shows it's not working. Well, the old Dakota is going to meet its maker tomorrow. Junking it. Need the money for the Ram. I can't find a steering rack for it. And transmission leaked out a little too much from the speed sensor. And I think it's hurt. So it's really not worth putting any more money into this. I know I had big plans and aspirations to put that 318 in it. But I mean, I could probably find another one if I really want to buy another Dakota, or just buy a cheap Durango that needs a 318, and all I have to do is swap over everything. I mean, it's not a waste. I got this engine way too cheap, and I know it runs, so I need to winterize it though. Pour some type of antifreeze or something into it, so it doesn't freeze up, or at least ATF into the spark plug holes, something. But yeah, the Dakota, it's about to be gone. Did a little bit of a paint job to it. It's a cinder on the way. yeah. It was a fun little ride, but it's not worth putting any money into it with a bad frame. I'm just gonna have to hardwire that. It's not working at all to the factory sensor or factory switch. But on the rear of this, I'm gonna be doing that tomorrow. Today's gonna be a short video because it's gonna be getting dark soon. It's winter again, so I don't really have a lot of time to work on my vehicles in this cold garage. So please like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, more tomorrow. This is Don from Broken Stuff Garage. Peace.